When most of us hear strength, a lot of what comes to mind is often the gym, but sometimes strength goes beyond that. For a lot of times it's our job, and sometimes people's lives are at stake, which is why I'm here with the 5th strongest firefighter, not just along the coast, not just in America, but in the division, in the world. How are you doing today, Tyler Stierhoff?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm excellent. I'm really glad to be meeting with you today. But before we get into all of your accomplishments, can you tell me a little bit about why you first wanted to be a firefighter?
So I grew up in this area in Ocean City, and there's a fire cadet program that's offered through school, and it's an after-school program. I started that, kind of got involved with the culture, riding the fire truck, training, everything, and I just fell in love with it from there. And when I graduated high school, I was ready to go into the workforce.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then did you always go to the gym too, on the other hand of that?
So I actually started that once I got into the fire service. I realized that you need to be in shape to be in fire service because it's tough.
Yeah.
So I started working out, and I wasn't playing sports in college, so I figured I might as well stay in shape, and kind of just stayed in the gym from there, and it just escalated to getting stronger, getting more fit, and then I started helping people, becoming a trainer, so.
Yes.
Yep.
And then when did you first hear about this competition, this contest? Did they just reach out to you and say, hey, you're the 5th strongest firefighter, or did you have to enter to do something?
So I actually watched it on a live stream. It was televised online, and decided that that's what I wanted to do. It looked like fun, and that one is strictly for firefighters.
Yeah.
It's at the biggest strength expo in the country, at the Arnold Sports Festival. So I thought, big stage, good time. I wanted to get involved in it, so.
Yes, and at this point now, you've been a firefighter for how long?
I started full-time in Salisbury in 2018, but I've actually been in the fire service since 2008 when I started that cadet program.
Wow.
I was part-time in Ocean City for about 10 years in that
Nice.
time frame, so I've been in a long time.
Yes, so when you get there, you've already had experience as a firefighter, and this was your actual 2nd time at this competition. We were speaking a little bit before. So the first time you were there, you already kind of knew what to expect going into it this time, but were you still nervous, like from your first experience? Like you had any competitors that you were like looking out for, you know?
So the first time I was very nervous, just because I was there, and I've never been in a big stage like that before.
Of course.
I still placed 9th in my division, which is top 10, which I was happy with.
Of course.
And then the next year I said I want to improve on that, and I thought, why not top 5? And it just so happened I finished 5th this year, so top 5 performance. So very happy about that.
You should be super proud of yourself. That's an incredible accomplishment.
Thank you.
What would you say, like what kind of training goes into going to these competitions and contests?
So it involves power, strength, and endurance, because most of the events you're picking up something very heavy and awkward, and then you're moving with it. And a lot of times it's for a max distance, or it's for a max number of repetitions in a time frame. So you have to be moving for a long time. You have to be able to endure the time frame, but it's also very heavy, awkward weight. So you have to train strength and conditioning at the same time. So to try and split that up can be, a challenge, but once it all molds together, it's really an all-in-one package. It's not just strength, it's not just endurance, it's everything. So, and what I want you to do is press through your legs. So you're gonna lift it up, but I want you to use your legs more than anything. Okay? All right, 3, 2, 1, and up. Oh. Look at that. See that?
I'm basically like the 5th strongest member on CoastLife.
3, 2, 1, and go. Drive those legs, drive those legs, drive those legs. Yup. All the way to the end.
Ooh.
And good.
Jeez, it's the last push that's always the hardest.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna see if you can do this part.
Oh, okay. Is this the?
This is the rope pull.
Oh.
You saw me do it.
I saw you.
Right.
That's the easy part though, is watching you. All
right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm so weak.
There you go.
Oh my
you got
God.
it moving. Keep going.
This
keep
is
going.
so hard.
Keep going. One after the next.
My gosh.
Hand over hand. Here we go. We're halfway.
Halfway there.
Yep. Doing great.
Thank you.
One more pull. And done.
Oh. Whew. I was not hopeful that first couple pulls.
Once it gets going, it's better.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and how do you see the things that you are doing out there? How does that translate to actually being a firefighter too?
Many a times on the fire scenes, we have to pick up heavy equipment, use that equipment. A lot of times if we're on medical calls, sometimes people aren't able to walk out of their houses because they're sick, something like that. So we have to carry them out. So all of that kind of plays into, we're carrying people, carrying tools, carrying all the things. So being able to do that efficiently and not tiring yourself out because you still have to go on that next call.
Oh my gosh,
it's very
yes.
important. So
that is awesome. And you are one of the only people to receive anything like this in this area. So what does that mean for you to be able to represent Ocean City like this?
It feels good, especially growing up here. There's nobody on the Delmarva Peninsula that was there except for me.
Yeah.
So it feels good to kind of represent my community, my fire department, and then myself. And it's an honor to go to a big stage like that and kind of put yourself and your community on the map.
Yes.
Many people walked up to me and said, "Where is this place you're from? I've never heard of this place." And you'd be surprised that people don't know what Maryland's Eastern Shore is. So to explain that to them was a lot of fun because they're like, "I have no idea." And I'm talking to a Canadian who's from somewhere. And I'm like, "I have no idea where that is," but it's fun. But no, it feels good. I put in a lot of hard work. And it's just nice to represent the community, and then I represent my fire department. So when they see Salisbury Fire Department, they know that guy is strong and he's from Salisbury. So it kind of puts that name out there.
Yeah.
So it's good.
That is really good, Tyler. Thank you so much for all that you really do for the community as a firefighter, and also just representing us so well. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes, CoastLife strength training always feels a little better when you're using it to uplift somebody, but we're using all of our strength right here to uplift you on CoastLife, so stick around because there's more on the way.